Yes, my name's Stephen Scoville, 1386 West 11th Street, right across from the soccer field. I've been a 30-year resident. I came here when I was young with babies, and now they're grown, and I'm growing old here. And it's the first time I've ever came before the council. And same chairs, but different people. And I know you coached my daughter 20 years ago. Yes. And I just want to say I appreciate and would like to consider, I would like to have this debated. I would like you to put it on the agenda so we can debate it and it can be open. I personally find that we have to, because it is a federal law and I have to follow it. And you are sworn to follow it.
That's right.
And until that law is changed, I just don't feel comfortable following it. So I do urge you to put on the agenda. And everybody seems to identify themselves by race. You know, I'm American Indian and Iberian Spanish. I'm a conquistador. We started it all. My wife is Indian. They think she's Latino. But it has nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with it.
That's right.
It's the law, and I would like to
Right.
have it debated. If we're thinking of changing it, I think it should be full, wide open. And I would like to give my opinion next time if you do put it on. I appreciate it. Thank you.
After Mr. Nunez is Terry D.
Good evening, Council. I've been a resident of Upland for the last 3 years. I live here with my family, my 3 young children. I'm also a law enforcement officer currently working for a different city. But I want to thank you for considering this, first of all. And I wrote something up real quick that I hope you pay attention to it. I've been a proud resident of Upland for about 3 years. And first I want to thank you for considering opting out of SB 54, which only seeks to destroy our beautiful city and create division within California.
Yes.
Opting out from the control of the radical California leadership will only make Upland stronger. Our partnership with the federal government would be unbreakable, and when that time comes, when we need those grants, they will be there.
Yes.
As a law enforcement officer for the last 17 years, I would tell you that the actions you take today will have no effect at all on the way Upland Police Department will conduct their business, since everything is done at the county level. Once a suspect gets arrested, they go to the county. Upland has no issue with them anymore until the court proceedings start. What SB 54 has done is cast a shadow of fear in the public by forcing our federal government to seek these criminals in our community. I beg you, do the right thing for Upland, do the right thing for California, do the right thing for our great land. God bless Upland, God bless California,
Yes.
God bless these United States of America.
Woohoo! Yahoo! Good job.
After Ms. D is Chris Scoville.
Hello. I'm just going to be really quick and short and direct. I would have very much appreciated if you did put this item on a future agenda. I want to remind a couple of you that are sitting up there, I was invited to a breakfast held at Coco's last year. And I do remember being told, we want to hear what you have to say. We invite you to share with us what you're thinking. So with that, I just want to take this opportunity to remind you that you did invite us to share our feelings with you because you wanted to hear what the residents have to say. A few of you were at the water shop work meeting this past Saturday. I'd like to remind you of the number of citizens that took the opportunity to thank you for holding those workshops. And so with that, I just wanted to remind you, listen to your residents, give us the opportunity to be heard. Because I think this issue is too important to sweep under the rug or to do it behind closed doors. Most importantly, I think that it sends a positive message to our law enforcement that the residents, as we as residents, do support and care for them. because it does take a very special person to put on their uniform.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Woohoo, good job.
Thank you, miss.
Woo!
After Ms. Scoville is Ruth Ortiz. I don't think Ms. Scoville's here. Ruth Ortiz.
Hello, this is my first time in one of these meetings, so I'm nervous and I'm going to keep it short. My name is Ruth Ortiz, and I bought my house 2 years ago here in Upland, and I really enjoy living here. It's very peaceful, very quiet, and I like it that way. All what I'm just going to say is that I would like for you to consider putting this in the agenda. That's it.
Thank you.
Woo! Good job.
I don't have any additional cards.
All right, thank you very much, and thank you all for your comments. Mr. Markman, would you like to explain why this is on in closed session, please?
Yes, because this was brought up through the police department and its special counsel at the end of last week or midweek, and because it involves two, then one item of litigation, the U.S. versus the state. Now, the Huntington Beach case was filed since then. We wanted to provide the council an understanding of what those lawsuits were about, the pluses and minuses of if the council is of a mind to do so, just to give them the background on the legal issues. And the intention always was to, if the council wants to go forward with this, was to put it on an open agenda with a recommended action directed by the council and see what happens. So that's always been the intention.
Thank you very much for the explanation. All right, we will now recess to closed session. Carrie, would you like to read the
City Council will recess to closed session to discuss items 4A and 4B on the agenda. Government Code Section 54956.9, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation.
All right, thank you, and we will recess and return at 7 p.m. Thank you very much.